hardest conversation you'll ever have in life is the one you avoid with yourself. Because being honest with yourself is painful. You can lie to other people all day, but when you sit alone with your thoughts, that's when the truth starts talking. If you're with me so far, then let's talk more about it right now.
Work, I work. Now's the time, man. Work, be the best version.
See, in my opinion, a lot of people don't actually want to improve. They want the look of improvement, the idea of improvement, the quotes, the motivation, the dream. But being honest with yourself, that part hurts. Because honesty forces you to admit, maybe you're not tired, maybe you're distracted, maybe it's not bad luck, maybe it's your habits are terrible. Maybe you don't need more motivation, maybe you need accountability. And most people will spend years lying to themselves to protect their ego. And that's dangerous because you can't fix what you refuse to face. The hardest person to be honest with is yourself. People can warn you, people can tell you the truth, people can show you what's wrong. But if your ego is in control, you'll ignore all of it. And I had to realize that myself. There were times I said I don't have enough time, but then I waste hours scrolling through my phone. What made it worse is I say I'm trying. I wasn't giving full effort. That's why I didn't have enough time. And really, that's the part nobody wants to talk about. Everybody wants results. Few people want the truth attached with the results because truth removes excuses. Justice, join here. And excuses are comfortable. That's why people protect them. Listen, life is hard. I'm not saying it's easy. People go through real pain, real stress, real heartache, real setbacks. But at some point, you gotta stop blaming everything for why your life isn't moving. At some point, you gotta ask, what am I doing wrong? Not to destroy yourself or anything like that. It's to grow. Because if you blame everybody else forever, you give everybody else control over your future. And you know you don't want that because that's weak. And I know that sounds harsh, but sometimes harsh truth saves more people than soft lies. Maybe your attitude is bad. Maybe you quit too early. Maybe you're inconsistent. Maybe you keep restarting instead of mastering. Maybe you're addicted to comfort. That honesty hurts, but it also frees you because now you finally know what needs fixing. You know what actually changed my mindset? Realizing honesty is actually power. Because once you admit the truth, you can finally attack the problem. And that makes you dangerous because self-aware people improve faster. Why? Because they stop pretending. They stop acting like everything is fine. They stop hiding behind the motivation. They look in the mirror and say, I need to do better. I need to get better. That takes maturity, and honestly, some people avoid self-awareness because they're scared of what they're gonna find. But growth lives there, not in image, not in fake confidence. Growth starts when you become real with yourself. See, the thing is, people go through so much unnecessary anger, agitation, frustration, ruining relationships, all because they haven't took the time to look at themselves. We all got to do a self-assessment. It's just, if you want to be the best version of yourself, that comes with the territory. You have to be self-aware. You got to assess yourself. But what a lot of people do, they'll tell everybody else about themselves, never look at themselves, and then be like, I don't get why everybody's acting that way. They always got somebody to blame, but it's never them. And then they wonder why the same situations keep happening over and over again. It may be some tendencies or some characteristics that you needed to address that you never wanted to address. You just said that's somebody else. It's their fault. That's them. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not bad. I'm not terrible. I don't have these issues that they're claiming. If several people have said the exact same thing about you, it's definitely time to start looking in the mirror. It's definitely time to start asking some questions to yourself. As quick as you can judge somebody else, you should be able to judge yourself. Even quicker, actually. So here's the challenge. Stop lying to yourself this week. Just 1 week. Let's try this. If you're lazy, say it. If you're scared, say it. If you're inconsistent, say it. If you're wasting potential, admit it. Because once you tell yourself the truth, you can finally change. And that's when life starts moving differently. Not because life got easier. It's because you got real. You want to improve? Start with honesty. That's where discipline starts. That's where confidence starts. That's where growth starts. That's where your new life starts.